Hey guys, so today I started my next book in my reread of Throne of Glass, and that is The Assassin's Blade. This is the set of prequel novellas to Throne of Glass, and it tells the story of Sam and Selena and her time before she got sent to the slave mines of Endovia. As usual, this is going to be a spoilery book diary, so if you haven't read this and you don't want spoilers, then please do not watch. So this has 5 short stories in. I remember 2 from my original reread. I remember the first one, which I'm already started. I'm about 60 pages into this book. I remember 1 set in the desert, and I remember the end, although I don't really know the whole story of that. I don't remember it. And I'm really excited to read these because this is a time where Selena is a lot more carefree than she is in the Throne of Glass series, especially at the beginning. We do get to see bits of that Selena later on, but this is before the shit hit the fan, and she's just like a normal 16-year-old girl that happens to be an assassin. She's got that swagger and that arrogance that I love. And there's this love-hate relationship that she has. Well, it's a enemies to lovers trope with Sam that I really love. I'm excited to see the world building in this. I remember this book helping me get a really good grasp of the world, because the first one is set in the Southern Isles. That's where the pirates are. What have I done to my hair? And then you have the desert one is set in the Red Desert or the Whispering Wastes or something like that. And they're sort of set all over the continent. Really helps you get to grips with the rest of the world. I'll check in when I've read some more and I have something to say. Like I said, I'm 3 chapters away from the end of the first short story, so I'll probably get that finished tonight. This is the first book I'm reading for Superhero-a-thon, although I have started a couple of days early because I'm in this sort of limbo where I have nothing to read until the readathon start. So before I have to start reading like crazy, I'm just going to take it easy, take it chill, and pace myself with this book so it's not done before the readathon starts. I'll check in when I have something more to say. So I'm on page 265 now. I've read the first 3 short stories and I'm about 30 pages into the 4th one. As for how I feel about them so far, they're all 5 stars. I really, really like these short stories. They sort of comprise a series of events that lead up to Selena being in Endovia across a series of months. The first one is the Assassin and the Pirate King, and she frees the slaves that she has actually been sent there to acquire. The second one is a really good one. It's only about 40 pages, but I think it's one of my favourites of the book. And there she meets a healer that she gives money to go to the Torsesme on the southern continent, and knowing how all of the stories link up to the future of the series, I'm wondering, because I haven't read Tower of Dawn yet, it's the only one that I haven't read, I'm wondering if Chaol will meet that healer on the southern continent. So that's a possibility, and now I'm really excited to find out if that happens. The third one is The Assassin and the Desert, and I really, really like that one. It's might be one of my least favourite in the book, but I really like the sort of act of, it's not compassion, but that Selena lets Ansel go. She has that leeway. She's like, I'm coming after you in 20 minutes, but she waits till 21 before she goes after her so that she doesn't catch her. The Assassin and the Underworld is the one that I'm up to now, and I don't remember this one. Now that I've started reading it, I think I know what happens, but I'm not entirely sure. But this, I think, is the beginning of the relationship, proper relationship with Sam. And the last one, I don't really remember the events of that apart from the end. So I'm excited to read these 2. I'm going to read about 20 pages now, take a break, watch some Big Bang Theory, then read the following 50 pages I will have left of this story, and then finish the book hopefully tomorrow. So I probably won't update you until I've finished the book, but that's where I'm at the minute. The good thing about these is not only does it introduce you to different areas of the continent and gives a little bit of backstory on Selena, it also remedies the thing that everybody complains about, and that's that she's this notorious assassin, but she never assassinates anybody. Well, here she actually does assassinate people, and these are sort of a collection of the things that she has to do as an assassin and the struggles that you may face being the most notorious assassin in a country. But that's all I have for now, and like I said, I will probably update you when I have finished. Okay, so I finally finished Assassin's Blade. God, this is a masterpiece. It's just, I would read this as a standalone and it would be amazing. It would be tragic, but it would be brilliant. This is like an absolute masterpiece. Wow. I didn't break it down completely like I did the first time I read it, because obviously I do know what's happened, but it's just, every single piece of this is perfect and woven into the series as a whole. And for a set of prequel novellas, that's amazing. For her to write Throne of Glass, having either already planned all this and wrote it, or been able, from the pieces that she like sort of has sewn through Throne of Glass, to be able to write this is just phenomenal. And I'm not sure how she managed. How can you write or start writing a 7? How many books are there now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including this one. So it will be an 8-book series. How can you write an 8-book series and already know? How can you already know that some girl who randomly the main character meets in the desert for a novella, before the story even starts, how can you know that that person is going to play a part in the, like, so late on in the series? Like, how can you do it? Obviously, I'm going to give this 5 stars, but I think there should be a new level of 5 stars, because, for example, Throne of Glass was 5 stars for me, but this is better. And if I was to give, for example, Throne of Glass 4 stars, that would like change my complete system, whereas like 3 stars would still be a really good book. But there needs to be like a 6 stars for like this Saga Volume 1 and A Court of Mist and Fury. And I just think that this is the work of absolute genius. It's just so good. And Sarah J. Maas is my queen. I hope everybody in the group read also appreciates reading this after Throne of Glass. We could have read it beforehand, but then I also think that there would have been a step down in quality if we'd have read this and then Throne of Glass. So I hope that doing it the other way around was the right fit. I absolutely love this. I absolutely love Sam. I will forever ship Sam. For anybody else, Sam is like my OTP. For this is like so much better than a series of novellas should be. A series of novellas should be kind of like alright, but like side to the story, but this is like a work of art on its own. I think in terms of favourite, I really do like The Assassin and the Healer, which is the shortest one in here. It's only 40 pages. But obviously I do also love The Assassin and the Underworld. And then I don't even remember what the one I've just read is called. Or was that The Assassin and the Underworld? The Assassin and the Empire. Really good, but also devastating. The bit where Sam isn't coming home and she's waiting for him just gives me so much anxiety. Like, I was reading it earlier and I had to like read a paragraph and then put it down and get my phone out and do some scrolling, because it just, oh god, I hate it so much, but in a good way. Obviously 5 stars for this. I'm so glad it was written, because obviously it's not a necessity, it is a novella series, but I love how not only do you have 5 individual stories, they link up and make like a full story by themselves, and the story of Selena and Sam is just the most beautiful story. And I can't remember what happens with Arabin in the rest of the series, like later on, but I'm like so ready for it. So anyway, this is the end of my book diary. 5 stars, absolutely loved it. My favourite one is probably The Assassin and the Underworld. The Assassin and the Underworld. My least favourite is probably The Assassin and the Desert, although I do obviously still love it. That's it. Hope you liked it. I'm in complete fangirl mode right now. And that is all. Goodbye.